It's time for our next match. This is one we've been waiting for. The Church of McMahon. Oh, I don't think they're coming out together.
Here comes a reckoning. The Archer of Infamy, ready to...
And of course, there's the combat, and he's got that WWE Championship on his shoulder. There's Vince McMahon. Let's pretend Sami Zayn is with him too.
Weighing in at 249 pounds.
So there you go, guys. What do you think? What do we think about that? First off, congratulations to Minnow, the new Fortune Combat Champion. Juice Robinson, how does it feel to have a championship in Bullet Club Most Wanted almost immediately after you guys formed?
A look of pure disdain on the face of Damian Priest. Well, it's because he has passed judgment on the entire WWE Universe and has found them all unworthy.
They only got the one tag team championship match. Cody and Terry Funk cost them the tag team match against Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory. And there's definitely some discord. Definitely some discord with the Church of McMahon. Look at Sami Zayn trailing behind. Priest looking at Seth Rollins. And these four have to team up at Calgary Stampede.
We always saw the heart, but even I did not know he would rise to this level.
And folks, I've just been told, so there's been a change. There's been a change in the tag teams. So Brimstone, you can absolutely join. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, I'm gonna go ahead and tag everybody. There's the TikTok, there's the YouTube, and I don't think I updated my Discord, but if you want to join the Discord, if you're not already in, go ahead. I only have one rule, Brimstone. You got to keep up with the show. You don't have to hang out every stream, but I would like to see, I just want to know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this prediction because we're gonna turn it up. And the NWO are here.
At a combined weight of 516 pounds, Scott Hall and the mouth of the South, Liam Miller, the NWO.
Prediction is back up, man. It's good. It's nice to see the NWO. Now that's Miller. I'm telling you, Miller and Slim look alike. I get them confused all the time. And the NWO, they say they're gonna tear apart the Church of McMahon. And we're gonna see if that rings true tonight. And look at Seth Rollins on the outside. Bruh, you guys totally do. You guys totally, it's basically, the Miller is basically Slim with the 5 o'clock shadow. Priest starting things off for the Acolytes.
And this tag team match is sure to be filled with exciting action.
So, believe it or not, just to give you guys some behind the scenes stuff, Taken Vandal, myself, and Toxic Nova, we have been talking about this match since All-American Combat Night 1.
Priest gets countered.
I told both Taken Vandal and Toxic Nova that I wouldn't do it unless they were okay with it. And if they said they weren't okay with it, I was gonna put them in the Rock and Roll Forever tournament. And they thought about it. I think Taken Vandal, he thought about it. And then he DM'd me one night and he's like, okay, let's do it. And I'm like, let's do it. So yeah, we're here. Well, hook me up. Dude, did you not see the end? Did you not see the end of All-American Combat Night 2? Vince McMahon helped Seth Rollins retain over Josh Alexander. That's what we were talking about, yes. And you're going to find out what me and Boat were talking about as well. Is Boat still here? Drop kick from Miller. And this is the New World. And look at Seth Rollins on the outside. I did not, but can you DM me those attires again, please?
I just don't know what it's gonna take.
And 3 breakups from each team in this tournament. Miller, middle rope. Miller waiting for Priest to get to his feet. Oh, misses the neck break. No, he didn't get all of it. By the way, former men, they got rid of the Combat League World Championship. Rollins comes out with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship now. Hell no, I'm not. No, I like legit. I like full transparency. Toxic Nova has DM'd me what wrestler he wants to play in the event that Jay White loses. Tegan Vandal has made a new CAW just to prepare for this. So this is literally this is a legit title versus career. If Hidden Blade win, they win the titles. If they lose, I am deleting Jay White from my I'm deleting Jay White and Haku Sakamoto from my list of characters. And they are going to have new characters that they're going to introduce to Combat League. And none of this, and I'm, again, full transparency, they're not going to come back in masks. And there's a breakup for, NWO using one of their breakups. They're not going to come back in masks. They are gone. Never to be seen again. This is going to be a big tag team match. I kind of want to spoil it. It's going to be, it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Well, this is the big blow off. No, if somebody else wants Jay White, first off, Haku Sakamoto is an original creation, so I'm not worried about anyone asking for Haku Sakamoto. If someone wants Jay White, I'm just gonna tell him, hey man, he lost a career match. He's not available in Combat League. Maybe we'll come up with something to change that down the road, but wow, he's cooking Miller. Miller's getting cooked.
Admittingly divisive Sami Zayn attempting to rally the WWE Universe behind him. I'm not sure if it's really worth the trouble though, Sam.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Literally, there's only ever been one person who's asked for Jay White since Combat League has started, and it's the guy playing Jay White. I would pick Jay. So you get to pick a male wrestler and a female wrestler, Brimstone. Both men colliding into each other. I'll come up with something to bring them back in, but as of now, they are done.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
I should. Right now, there's only a couple of unplayable characters. So I have Randy Orton, Kenny Omega, MJF, Sheamus, and Eddie Guerrero. I think those are my unplayables. Top Flight, I think you joined June of last year. Because your first big moment in Combat League was beating Utami Hayashita. I didn't know what I was saying there. Your first big moment was beating Utami Hayashita for the World of Stardom Championship. Charlotte Flair is gone too. Good. Someone keep a list. Sheamus got his neck broken by Dolph Ziggler. When Dolph Ziggler was a heel, he had a move where he would break everyone's neck. Okay, not break everyone's neck. He basically did a top rope brainbuster. Like a brainbuster on the top turnbuckle, and we would use that as like his way of like maiming people, and so he did it to Sheamus. Ziggler was, dude. I really thought Ziggler was gonna beat Eddie Guerrero, and he didn't. 2 breakups for the NWO. Things not looking so good tonight. Oh, both men colliding to each other. I only saw the first breakup. I didn't see it. I'm only going with 1 breakup. I'm sorry. I'm doing like I always do. Flapjack from, and it looks like Miller buying his jeans from the same place Damian Priest does. Big elbow. Maybe Miller does want to be a member of the Church of McMahon. I'm just roasting. Oh, and there's that kick from Miller. Rocking Priest. And tags in Scott Hall. And Scott Hall taunting to Sami Zayn, but Priest back on his feet.
Into the corner. This can't be good.
Irish whip from Dave. Hey, man, Dolph Ziggler was a main eventer in Combat League. I had him poised to beat Eddie Guerrero, and Guerrero just was not having it. That was honestly, like, no joke. Again, behind the scenes, Ziggler was supposed to beat Guerrero. That was supposed to be the guy to beat Guerrero. I was so confident he was going to do it, but nah, man, Guerrero just went into overdrive. Let me see what you said, Brimstone. You whispered me. You whispered me on Twitch. Brimstone, are you on Discord? Let's check the message. Oh, shit. I'm down with that. So we really need to go to Europe now. Hey, Zaptra. What is that? Zaptrap has joined the Bad Guy Club. As the newest member of the club, you receive a pair of sunglasses, a switchblade, and a leather jacket. Thank you for joining the Baddest Club on Twitch TV. And remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. Jawbreaker from Scott Hall, taking Damian Priest off his feet. Oh, happy birthday, Zaptrap. How old are you? And there's an abdominal stretch from Scott Hall. He's got the leg. Man, but still, he still looked tough. It really was, but it worked for me because I wanted it to be the catalyst of Finn Balor's face turn and his ultimate redemption. What I will say really soured it was the fact that Bray Wyatt beat him. Right? I was not gonna alter stats in that match, but that Balor's face run really hinged on him beating Bray Wyatt, and he didn't. That's okay. I ended up coming up with something else for Balor, so that's all I'm gonna say. Was that a breakup? Two breakups from the Church of McMahon, one breakup for the NWO, and it's just Scott Hall and Sami Zayn in that ring. And now pulling at the nose. Sami Zayn rolling to the outside, Scott Hall going to the top rope. What is Scott Hall? Nope. Miller instead picking up Sami. He says, allow me, Scott. And NWO working together. And look at all this is just all kinds of chaos. Grizzly, you joined. Actually, I can look up when you guys joined. Grizzly, you joined September 6th. I think you joined. Did you join after Combat League versus the World? I guess you did. That doesn't sound right, though. September. No, that would be after Combat League versus the World. You really did. And then, who else was asking? Top Flight. Where are you at, Top Flight? Top Flight, you joined May of 2021. Holy crap. Wait a minute, Miller has... Yeah, Grizzly, I actually think you joined from the 2K server, if I'm not mistaken. Miller, middle rope! And there's a cutter from Miller, gets all of it! The down south cutter from Miller. NWO can advance to the next round, but Priest using his final breakup for the Church of McMahon.
And just like that, he sent crashing to the floor. This arena has come unglued. You can feel the foundation.
Miller goes low. And there's a takedown. Missile drop kick from Miller. Sami nowhere to go. No spinning back kick to, oh, look at that counter from Sami. Oh, and look at that beautiful power bomb from the turnbuckle, or for using the top rope rather, sorry. Using the ropes for that power bomb. I can't talk. Can't articulate what it is I'm trying to say here. Is Sami Zayn in control, bringing him over to the corner. Damian Priest lying in wait. Snapmare from Sami. Oh, flashback. And oh, a springboard elbow. Slingshot elbow from Damian. You know, the first person I saw do a really cool slingshot elbow was John Morrison on a random episode of Monday Night Raw sometime in 07. I just thought that was the coolest shit. And there's a South from Heaven from Priest. And Miller breaks it up. And look at Sami going right after the Miller. Kick to the spine. Oh, and look at that that capoeira kick, doesn't get all of it. Barely. I mean, this Razor could have been devastated there. Right hand from Scott. The bad guy flooring Damian Priest. Thank you, Brimstone. This is our tournament, Rock and Roll Forever. It basically celebrates Rock and Roll Express. By the way, if you guys didn't hear earlier, Bucket, I think you might have missed it. 2 Out for TV are wrestling Rock and Roll Express on Thursdays. Combat League, Outsider's Edge. Sami can't get in. Wild Harpy is Scott Hall. And Damian Priest kicks out. Bro, why do you want the NWO out of this? Or why do you want the, you're not, Slim, you don't like the Church of McMahon? I thought you were a big Church of McMahon fan. I thought I saw you in a Vince McMahon t-shirt in the locker room. Oh, look at Priest. Priest returning the favor. And the referee just right in the way. Bad camera positioning. Oh, Razor's Edge of his own. And no, elbow from Scott. And the last call. No, counter to an DDT.
Into a DDT. Was mounted with punches and not. I see. He thinks he has it.
Pinfall from Sami. I think this is the last breakup for. That was a kick out. That was a kick out. That was definitely a kick out. I saw it. NWO still have 2 breakups. Or they still have 1 breakup, sorry. Zayn forearm knocking Scott Hall off his feet. This has been a bloody affair. Bye, Willow! Blue Thunderbomb from Razor, or from Scott. Scott needs to go for, Sami needs to go for the pin here. While Priest has the Miller on the outside. And Miller breaks it up! Breaks it up in the nick of time! No more breakups from either team! This is gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be anyone's ball game now. Sami, hello the kick! Rocking! Scott Hall! And Scott Hall kicks out! Scott Hall powers out of the pin! Half and half suplex from Sami! Scott Hall is rocked. And Sami bringing him over to the corner. Damian Priest, no, there's an elbow. And look at Priest attacking Scott. That allows Sami to take the back. And look at the strength from Sami Zayn. Oh, sit out powerbomb. Oh, that's, what is it? Look, what has he got planned here? That was a powerbomb. My goodness. Damn, he should have. Why didn't he go for a pin on that? What do you even call something like that? No, this is the hell of a kick. Razor sidesteps, elbow, and oh, Sami goes right after the knee. Scott Hall is hurting here. Miller needs to get in that ring. Scott Hall needs to make that tag. Jawbreaker from Scott. Runs right into a knee from Priest. And, oh, just drops him on the knee. I mean, it's either or. I keep switching their names. And the Church of McMahon have done it. So what happens is this match is awesome. This back and forth, these teams, the crowd into it. But when Scott Hall's placed against that turnbuckle, Vince, he throws an elbow at Sami and Sami fights out. You know, he Hurt holds his jaw, and Razor tries moving, but Rollins has grabbed Scott Hall's ankle. And the referee doesn't see it, but this allows Sami to come charging out of the corner where he cracks Scott Hall with a haluva kick. And the Church of McMahon, Sami Zayn, and Damian Priest win the match. And this causes Vince McMahon and Seth Rollins get in the ring, and even though they've not been on the same page up until now, they're on the same page now. Rollins slapping Priest. I told you, we are undivided. We are a united front. And Priest, oh yeah, finish him, big man. And then Damian Priest. What kind of request would I take? Damian Priest then begins stomping on the Miller. Vince McMahon and Sami start stomping on Scott Hall, and this causes Josh Alexander to come charging down the ramp, and he gets in the ring and he tackles Seth Rollins, but Damian Priest and Sami are immediately on Josh Alexander this time again. The Church of McMahon, they're working like a team here. They're on Josh Alexander. They start stopping Josh Alexander as well. And it looks like the Miller, Scott Hall, and Josh Alexander, they're hurt. They're on dire straits. They're hurting. But then the theme song hits the PA system. And out on stage is Big Sexy Kevin Nash. And the crowd loses their mind. And Vince, Sami, Damian, and Seth Rollins, they see Kevin Nash. And Vince McMahon orders Sami Zayn after him. And Sami Zayn leaves the ring and runs up the ramp, but he runs right into a big boot from Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash then gets in the ring, and he's staring at Sami, or he's staring at Vince. He's staring at Seth Rollins. He's staring at Damian Priest. And before there's even any reaction, Josh Alexander, the Miller, and Scott Hall are back in the fight. They're tagging Vince. They're tagging Priest. They're tagging Seth Rollins, and they send the Church of McMahon outside of the ring. And Kevin Nash stands in the center of the ring while Scott Hall, Josh Alexander, and Miller look at him. And Kevin Nash throws up the too sweet. And Scott Hall and the Miller, they all too sweet each other. While Josh Alexander, he's staring. Come on, Seth, get your ass back in here. And the Church of McMahon retreat up the ramp and head to the backstage. The NWO are one man stronger. Major Pebble has switched from Matt Riddle to Kevin Nash, and so it is going to be Seth Rollins and Vince McMahon against Josh Alexander and Kevin Nash in the Rock and Roll Forever Tag Team Tournament. And we're going to go ahead and cut that.